Hey Ethan, can you hear me all right?
How you doing? Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Well, now can you hear me better?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right, perfect.
All right, so Ethan, why don't you tell me a little bit why you scheduled a call with me?
Yeah, sure. So I do sales, and I noticed that you were selling a great course, and that's something like I try to reach out to certain people on Instagram, YouTube, who sell something that I'd be kind of interested because I feel like I have to be somewhat passionate or interested in what I'm selling, or else like obviously if you're selling something that I don't know anything about, then I can't sell it. But recently
Hmm.
I just been involved in high ticket sales. I'm not sure how much your course goes or how much anything that you sell goes for. I just call it high ticket sales. Like the most expensive thing I've sold for anybody on Instagram is $6,000. So like,
Hmm.
if it's more or less, then I'm not opposed to selling anything. But basically, I've worked with dating coaches, I work with a lot of fitness coaches, I work with real estate coaches, and basically, a lot of them sell they have a product and they generate so many leads, and I was just, I'll set the appointments, and like if you can't handle all the leads you're getting, I'll help you out in selling those. But I have a lot of sales history. I started out a couple years ago selling high-end used cars,
Hmm.
and I did that for about 2 months. And then I became a closer for the dealership, and then I was closing deals there for like probably like 6 months. I was just closing, and then a friend of mine told me about high ticket sales and how like, hey man, you could really like be the master of your own time. You don't need to be at the dealership 12 hours a day. You can kind of do this from home, and you just got to reach out, build kind of a client base.
Hmm.
And I just been doing that while I was at the dealership, and then it got to the point where I was just able to be a closer online, and I love it. I just like this, I'll schedule Zoom calls. I usually, you caught me at a bad time, but I'll usually look a little better. My bad. But yeah, and then that's basically a little bit about me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, tell me, what are you currently doing for work? What's your main income source right now?
So my main income source would be high ticket sales, and I'm working on my own business right now.
Hmm.
Working on SaaS, software as a service.
Yeah.
I'm selling SaaS too, and I'm just going out there and to local business owners, restaurants, and I have a few clients on there that I get a monthly payment from them too.
Okay. How much are you currently earning per month right now?
I'd say like about 10.
10K per month. Okay. And when you do these high ticket course sales, what percentage are they paying you?
A lot of them pay me around 12%.
Mm-hmm. 12%.
Yeah.
And are you booking these calls too, or are
Uh,
you just receiving them?
I've mostly booking and selling, but every now and then I'll just be like, hey, I already booked the appointments at 7 o'clock. Just hop on the Zoom. Here's the link, and then it like happens every now and then. But most of the time, a lot of my clients, they have like some sort of application that the client or lead will fill out, and then they'll just send me the application, and then I'll read it, and it has like their phone number, their email, and I'll reach out to them, and I'll try to set the appointment. That's usually how I'd say like 85% of the time is how it is. I'll just set the appointment myself, and that's no problem at all.
Okay. Do you have any experience with cold outreach, like through Instagram, like kind of how?
Oh yeah, definitely. I just reached out to you, and I reached out to anybody on Instagram, and most of them, a lot of these guys, like, like Dan Meltzer. There's a lot of real estate, really big guys with like 600, 700K. I don't even know how they find time. Maybe they don't get a lot in their inbox, but these people reply to me, man. Like they reply to me day in, day out. Like people with maybe not a million, but like 600K on Instagram, they'll just reply to me.
Mhm. Okay,
But
great. So did you have a chance to look into what we do?
definitely, man. I definitely looked into it. Obviously, I didn't sign up at all, but I definitely looked into it. Like I was watching some of your videos on Instagram, some stuff you have posted, and I meant to. Did I follow you? I was looking on it, but I guess I didn't. Let me go ahead and do that. But I was interested, man. I was just talking to my girl the other day about lucid dreaming, And I guess since I was like the phone, man, I think this hears you or something. But like when I start talking about something, like I'm not looking for it on Google. I'm not doing nothing. I just start talking about it, and then I'll see sponsored ads for what I've been talking about. That happens to me a
Hmm.
lot. But how long have you been lucid dreaming, if you don't mind me asking?
Personally, I've been doing it since I was a kid. I've been training
Really?
people for the past several years.
Wow.
Um, yeah. So, would you like me to break down a little bit what the
Yeah,
job may
please.
entail? Okay, so
Please.
basically, what we do is we help people consistently lucid dream, whether that's to remove their mental blocks, get rid of their traumas, help them out in their business. So it's really a client dependent business of their use case, because when you learn how to lucid dream consistently, you have a direct line with your subconscious, and that's what kind of automates the majority of your day. Your thoughts, beliefs, and then your actions kind of create the reality you experience around you. And your subconscious is usually controlling those, thoughts you have throughout the day. About 95% of them are just pre-automated from the previous day. So if you actually like had a pen and paper and wrote down your thoughts every day, you'd see that 95% of them are the same ones as yesterday, and then you have that 5% window to kind of like promote change. Like I like to use the analogy, it's like, what's the difference between a billionaire and a homeless person? Like, despite external factors, it's their thoughts, it's their beliefs, which are just thoughts you continue to think, and then actions based on their belief system.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So basically what we used to do, I'll kind of give you a rundown. So what we used to do, we used to have paid ad campaigns where we'd we're targeting people in the lucid dreaming niche, or we used to help veterans with war traumas. We still help a few now and then. So an ad would target them, say, hey, we teach people how to lucid dream. You can get rid of your nightmares. You can remove mental blocks, unlock your creativity. So then they'd schedule a call, similar like VSL framework, where they'd fill out a quick survey, schedule a call. We'd hop on the call, and the price range, like if they were on disability, like we'd let them in at a good deal, or the normal price range was like 2,500 to 3,500.
Hmm.
But with paid ads, we were basically breaking even at that point. After the ad cost, the salesperson cost, etc. So recently we set up a completely new strategy where we're doing only organic. So we're making 12 video content a day, trying to do 1 or 2 long form a day, and then everyone we have a low ticket offer for 97 a month, where they get access to the course and then like weekly email check-ins. And then our new high ticket offer, we're experimenting with the price. If you end up working with us, you could test out different price points you're comfortable at. It basically, we're looking to do around a $10,000 for a 9-week transformation, and or 5,000 a month recurring one-on-one weekly check-ins. So it's a similar model to the low ticket offer. It's just a lot more personalized, where you get live Zoom calls every week. And really, it's a focus on, usually that when you're at that level, it's a focus on income creation, right? So these people who are making, 10K plus a month, 100K plus a month, there's usually a mental barrier keeping them from that next step. And that's where we position ourselves to help them learn how to lucid dream consistently, figure out what that mental block is or that limiting belief is, uncover that, get closure from it, and then they can move on to the next phase.
So so you definitely think that being able to lucid dream and basically like that's an interesting point you bring up. Like I never had thought about it in that light. Like if you could lucid dream, you could find that mental block or what's blocking you in your conscious through your subconscious, and you could push through to that next barrier, that next threshold on how much you can make per month just by being in control. Like basically, if you're just a slave at a 9 to 5, you're 2/3 of your entire life. For that 1/3, you could be a superhero. You know,
You got it. Yeah,
that's
we use that reference often. Like, a third of your life is spent passively sleeping,
it
but
is.
now we can train you how to actively control that time.
Like imagine, like most of the times, I try to lucid dream, and I've done it once, and I actually just did it like 2 weeks ago, and I was all happy. I was telling my girl and everybody, but I just remember like I don't really remember my dreams that often.
Mhm.
And I just feel like if I were to consistently be in control of my dreams or be able to remember my dreams more, it's basically your life is longer in a sort, because like you said, like if a third is spent asleep, completely blacked out, you don't even know what happened. If you're in full control of that third, then you live closer to 100% of a life than anybody else.
Mhm.
And that's very cool that you guys correlate, breaking that barrier, that threshold of like someone's income stream, or just they have a certain problem, and you can correlate that problem to like finding it inside the subconscious while you're dreaming.
Exactly.
This is like
You got
Inception right here, man. This is awesome.
it.
This is good. All
Yeah,
right.
Inception definitely opened up a lot of people to understanding the concept of lucid dreaming. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, no technology needed, no medicine needed. Just use the
Just
power of your mind.
mind over matter. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah, most people don't realize that everyone dreams 3 to 5 times per night. But most people, their brain just logs that as unnecessary information, or they're dealing with frequent nightmares they're trying to block out. So like that's usually the first thing to uncover. It's like starting to remember your dreams is the first step. Then once you remember your dreams over and over each day, you start to find patterns in your dreams. And then you can start to become self-aware in your dreams through different techniques that we teach. And then you start off with some control. You can change the setting, the people you talk to, fly around like Superman if you choose. And then you can go into complete control where you can access your memories. You can build up new dreams, new invention ideas. It really, the world's your oyster at that point.
Do you mainly use wild, like wake induced lucid dreaming? Is that how you?
No, we our primary focus, everything we've developed is to maximize deep sleep. So
Okay, and that's REM, is REM? That's REM, right?
so
Deep sleep.
REM is rapid eye movement. That's when you're actually dreaming, and that's when you have the ability to lucid dream. But
Okay.
deep sleep is the period of time for your brain to. Okay, so there's several sleep cycles. There's light sleep, there's deep sleep, there's REM sleep, and then you cycle between those. And then science says there's a few others, but like those are the main three. So you cycle between those throughout the night, and you have about 3 to 5 REM periods of sleep per night between the order of 10 to 30 minutes each. And so those are your opportunities to lucid dream every night. So if you become a consistent lucid dreamer, you're usually lucid dreaming 3 to 5 times per week. Some advanced students do every day. It's just a little bit more work. But like really minimum, all you need to do is 10 to 30 minutes a day of specific action items. And that's what we focus on. It's like if you're a high functioning, high working, entrepreneur or business owner, you don't have a lot of free time. So we need to maximize the time you can allow to this because then you gain all those extra hours in the day while you're sleeping. So that's our main focus. It's like 10 to 30 minutes right before you go to bed and right when you wake up are the prime times to like become lucid and set that intention in your subconscious.
Wow, man, I'm super interested. Can I ask you how many salespeople you have working for you right now?
So since we switched to the when we were doing paid, I think we maxed out at like 5.
Hmm.
Recently I switched over to the organic model pretty recently. I was doing another business where I was leveraging lucid dreaming to develop electric propulsion technology. And then so I kind of let that business like go for the time being. So now we're bringing it back with organic growth, and we started doing 12 posts per day this week, and we're already growing steadily. Like we just passed like 60,000 views on YouTube. So there's definitely a big need for this market. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm trying to restart the sales team, but having an organic approach this time. So,
Definitely.
having a higher percentage revenue gained, but you'd be more responsible for finding the clients yourself. We have protocols we've been developing, seeing what's working, specific outreach methods, who to target, things like that. But the main focus would be like two client acquisition tools, right? The 97 a month tool, which you get recurring payments from, and then the high level 5,000 a month tool, or depending on your comfortability levels, we can go as low as 1K a month, depending on their income level and what they're trying to achieve, but definitely not lower than 1K a month. Probably leaning more towards the 3 to 5K per month retainer.
Definitely.
So your job would be to reach out to these people, close them on the 97 a month, or if they're a high ticket entrepreneur or they want to be and they have the financial capability to support that higher purchase, to get them on that, and then just do weekly email check-ins for the low ticket, making sure they're satisfied, enjoying the process. And for the high ticket, that would then route to me for they'd have personal one-on-one check-ins with me. That's why we're
Gotcha.
doing the higher tier, because my time's limited. So, like we're probably going to max out at 20 to 40 people that we can do at that level. So that's just something to factor in. You'll probably get a ton of 97 per month people,
That's
and you'll
cool.
keep getting that recurring month, percentage every month. So, if you're getting 20%, you're getting $20 per person every month, as long as they stay on. So, if you build a backlog of 100, 1,000 people, that's
That's
2,000 to
pretty good.
20,000 per month just in recurring income.
Yeah,
Um,
wow.
yeah, so I think that new model is going to be what sets us apart, because there's a much bigger audience that can support a 97 a month purchase compared to a several $1,000s per month purchase. But your focus should still be on those higher ticket people, because for every 10 to 50 97 per month, that equates to one high ticket person, right? So
Yeah.
your goal would be to outreach to high income people who want to increase their income, and also people who are just interested in lucid dreaming, and then you'll have all across the board. Probably, like, I'd say for every 10 people you speak to, maybe 2 of them would be in the financial capability to support that higher income purchase.
Wow. Do you have an application that they fill out?
So we did for the paid. What I've been experimenting with organic is just asking very simple questions. Like, it's like, do you want to learn how to lucid dream through one-on-one coaching to overcome your mental blocks and creativity limits? Use something similar like that. That gets them to respond, wow, I've never heard of that before. Then you do a little back and forth. What are your goals? What's your what are you trying to achieve? A common question we ask is, what are you looking to accomplish in your business and life? Right. That's kind of a, value driven questions that we look to have. And after you go back and forth a little bit, and if it seems like they'd be a good fit, you just say, hey, let's hop on a quick call next week. Here's my Calendly link. And it's already linked to Zoom. So they book it, they fill out their email and their phone number in case they don't hop on the Zoom call. You can give them a call. And then you get them on the Zoom call. I'm sure you're familiar with this process, 30 to 45 minutes to listen to where they're going, understand their current situation, understand their desired situation, and show in the last 10 minutes how we can be that gap in the middle to get them to their goals. I have, training of previous outreaches I've done back when we have paid ads. We have like scripts and stuff you can use, or you can just go more organic like we're talking right now.
Yeah.
That's more towards your own sales process. And then every person you bring in, it would be 20% revenue in perpetuity as long as they keep paying. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions for me?
That sounds fantastic, man. I'm a huge supporter in what you do. I think that so many people are missing out on the art of controlling and maximizing their entire life, man. I was just looking a few weeks ago, like before any of this stuff would just pop up on my phone, like how to lucid dream. And I've been telling everybody, my friends, my girl, everybody that, like, because the one night it worked for me. I read something on Google, or I forgot what website, and it was like, when you're going to sleep, like, put your hand over your bed and act like you're playing the piano or something, like as you're trying to go to sleep. And I just like would sit there and I was like acting like I play the piano over my bed. And that one time I did it, I like got into like a lucid state, and I was so happy. I've been trying it every night since, and I haven't done it again. But the one time I did do it, it was really cool. It only lasted like, I mean, probably in real time it was probably like a few seconds, but in dream time it lasted like 5 minutes to me, and it's
Exactly.
just, yeah.
Yeah, because time moves differently in dreams. Like, minutes in reality equate to hours in the dream world, just because how your brain is processing information. And then I have some advanced students. What they do is dreams within dreams. So when they're already in a lucid dream, they then create a bedroom space in their dream to then go to sleep for a further lucid dream. And if you do that, you can be in there weeks, months, even years. Like, the longest lucid dream I've ever been was 40 years long. Like, you can literally live a completely different life. So people nearing in their retirement ages, elderly people, they can create entire other lifetimes in their dreams. So that's like a big selling point for them as well.
You just gave me the greatest sales pitch ever right now to an old person or to
Mm-hmm.
anybody with money and they're old. What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That
Yeah,
is
so many people don't realize the capability of your own mind, of how much information it can process and create. It's basically like a sandbox. You can create anything you want in it.
that's amazing, man. Imagine like so you did 40 years?
That was the longest one. Yeah, because like what happens is when you wake up, first it compresses all that time into the dream you were in previously. So then you have to remember all those memories, and then you wake up again to process all of those memory times in the span of like a few seconds to a few minutes. So you're compressing 40 years of memories into a few minutes. It's a brain trip. It's a lot of fun.
Did you ever get to that like because I've been trying to lucid dream ever since that one time I did it, and
Hmm.
does it ever feel like, probably not for you anymore because you're just so accustomed to it, but I just know that every time I get, because I've been trying the wake induced thing. So like I kind of like, I know I'm awake. I mean, like my conscious comes back to me for a little bit, but I'm asleep, and I try to enter the lucid state, and I'm like telling myself like, all right, I'm gonna go lucid right now, and I could just feel like like my brain or something, like it's just shaking or something. It's like a lot of vibrations in my head, like I'm just trying to push through that phase. And then I woke up the next morning and I went on Reddit. I was just like entering lucid state, like vibrations in head, and a lot of people, there was like 1,000 people on this Reddit, on this subreddit, that like experienced that, like, yes. And then I was reading the comments, they're like, yes, just push through it, just fight through it, and then you'll get used to it. And I guess that's just a certain method, but obviously, like if you're looking at like your hands in your dream, you could realize in your dream, like, oh my goodness, I'm lucid, because you could never really see your hands or feet in dreams and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a very simple reality check technique is like throughout the day, push your finger through your palm. And if it doesn't go through, we're in what we call base reality, waking world. But if it goes through, that means you're dreaming. And what happens is if you do that throughout your day, you'll start to do that in your dreams too, and be like, oh, okay, my finger's going through my palm. I must be dreaming. And then that kicks a lucid dream. That way you don't have to do wild or anything. You immediately go straight into a lucid dream from your dream state. So you don't have to lose all that deep sleep capabilities.
So
So that's our main focus, is like maximizing sleep while still
maximizing
getting to use
sleep.
this. I use the equivalent of, your computer, the battery drains throughout the day, so you plug it in that night. And what we're doing is we're plugging in our computer at night, and then we get to surf the internet for an extra few hours.
That's
So that's what I
awesome.
equate to lucid dreaming.
That's a great analogy. I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I love everything, everything you teach. I'm super interested myself, and I think I could definitely definitely generate some sales for you guys.
Okay, great. So let me just walk you through what like a day in the life would be like. So you would start, reposting our content, so your page looks like you're lucid dreaming capable. You can even change your name to like Ethan Forever Lucid, something like that.
Can I
Um,
have I have like 4 accounts? Can I use another account?
you can do whatever you want.
All
Yeah.
right, cool, cool, cool.
My main focus for any salespeople I bring on is they have to be very positive, they have to be independent, and they will continue on daily consistent action, because those three things will determine your success. Like I come from a long history of sales, and I've always learned that the more positive you are, the more positive you bring back into you. If you're independent, you're going to keep learning and finding a way to succeed. And then daily consistent action. Even if it's just like an hour or two per day, that hour per two will get you much further than you would have been.
Definitely,
Okay,
100%.
so basically what it looks like is you kind of replicate our page. We can even add you on to our auto posting schedule if you need help with that. And then what you do is you DM people in the lucid dreaming niche, in the entrepreneurial niche, high income people. Those are your main focus. That's gonna be your like bread and butter you'll focus on. And then we have like 3 different types of DMs we experiment with. So like 30 per person. I mean, 1 per 30. You feel free to make your own too. Just keep it, very value question oriented. Always end with a question, like so they have a reason for responding. And then, understand their situation through a few quick conversations. I can walk you through some of the protocols of that as well. And then hop them on a Zoom call if their financial situation supports, the higher ticket option, route them towards that. If not, route them towards the lower ticket. You earn income either way, and they still get value. They just have to, there's less hand holding in the lower ticket option, but they'll still get lucid dreams. Like I've had people who take the lower ticket option, never speak with me once, but they get lucid dreams just because we've evolved the program over several years to just keep adding whenever there's a new question or misunderstanding, we just add that into the program. So it's pretty fundamental. We maintain 100% success rate. So everyone who takes the program will get lucid dreams guaranteed. That's our
Wow.
goal, and we'll stick by that towards the very end.
That's awesome, man. I love it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, basically it's very simple model. You do the outreaches yourself. We'll check in daily about, how many outreaches you did, if you have any questions, until you get the hang of this. And then our daily check-ins will go to weekly check-ins once you start getting your first few sales. And basically, you just want to keep backlogs of everyone you direct message to, because when they purchase, you have the receipts of like, hey, this is the guy I reached out to. And that's how you equate, where your revenue share comes in.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
I don't
yeah,
really delete. Go ahead.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Instagram backlogs that too. If you're doing everything through Instagram, you can also do it through LinkedIn. More professionals hang out there. It's really whatever platform you're most comfortable with. Just pick one and throw your all into that. So yeah, so there's so the 97 a month would be 20% of that, and then so that would be, like $20. It's 1940, but we'll make it like $20 a month per person you get in there, and then multiply that by whatever factor. If the high ticket, we'll set up 2 links for you. If you're more comfortable at the 1K per month, we'll do that, and then we'll also have a 5K per month link, because you eventually want to move towards there, because like we'll have to eventually bump them up anyways once we get to the 20 to 40 range, because that maxes out my time for high ticket people. And then so low ticket would be 20 per month, and then if you do 1,000 per month, that would be 200 a month recurring income for you. Or if you do the 5,000, that'd be 1,000 per month recurring income. So that's why your main focus should be 5K, because like you'll probably get a lot more low ticket coming in, but those 5Ks will really set you apart, if you want to reach that next income bracket.
Wow.
Does
So
that all
just
make
one
sense?
client. Yeah. And it's recurring. As long as they're
Yes.
paying, it's just
As long
recurring.
as they're paying. So basically all you have to do is check in with them once a week through email, or if they're high ticket, you might want to hop on a Zoom call with them, just make sure they're happy, they're getting the value they want. And if there's ever any questions or discrepancies, that's where you reach out to me and we make sure they're having a positive experience at getting results. That's the most important thing.
Awesome. And then that's the highest bracket is the 5K.
Yeah, 5K monthly. Or what you can do is like a 10K for a 9-week transformation, so you can get 10K up front. That'll be up to your sales style.
10K for 9 weeks.
Yeah, basically what I say is 10K 42, so $10,042 for a 9-week transformation, or it's 5K 42 for monthly ongoing training. So how they, that they have to be in a higher income bracket to support that. I usually say double or triple their current income should support that. So like if you're selling them on 1K, they should be making at least 4 or 5K. If you're selling them on the 5K, they should be making at least 10K plus. And then their future income goals should support that. So like, they're going to be like, oh, that's a lot of money. And you're going to be like, look, this is 60K a year. This is how you need to value this. Is this 60K a year going to help you 10x your income to 800K per year? If you had an investment in the stock market that said, if you gave 60K per year and you could 10x that, would you do it? And usually the answer is like, of course I would. Well, that's the same thing for investing in yourself, because you're currently, like you told me through this call, you're currently dealing with mental blocks and mental barriers from keeping you from that next income level. And we can unlock those through lucid dreaming. And this is an ongoing process. This is like getting in shape. There's initial legwork up front. We recommend minimum 10 to 30 minutes per day. But then it's like maintenance mode. Like once you're in shape, it's a lot easier to stay in shape than it was to go from fat to fit.
Wow, definitely true, man. Love the analogies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I recorded this call, so I'll send you a link to it. So feel free to reference it as you progress.
Cool.
And then, yeah, just check in with me daily. Let me know if you have any questions. What I recommend is just do 100 outreaches per day. It shouldn't take more than 30 minutes to just, DM 100 people with a similar message. What I recommend is you follow them first. You like 2 or 3 of their posts that are something you actually care about that you can reference later in the DM, and then you DM them. Because that shows that you're investing in them personally, and that's personal. Because what we're trying to do is we're not trying to get their money, right? We're trying to provide value to them in some fashion, and then the money is them returning that to us, so then we can help more people on those lower ticket options as well.
Sounds good, man. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. I could start, see where it takes me.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Do you have any more questions at this point?
Pretty straightforward. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Feel free to text me your email, and I'll shoot this video link to you. I'll also post it to YouTube, so they can reference back if they start looking us up.
Are you gonna post our Zoom call on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I try, and you can do that with clients too. Just record the calls and send them to me, and if you can ask them later if it's okay to post it publicly. Usually, like half of them will say yes. So just
Okay.
provide a lot of value, be positive, and smile goes a long way, right?
Got you, man. All right, I'll send you my email right now.
All right, cool.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
we'll touch base tomorrow then.
Let's do it. Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
talk to you later. Bye.